I'm Sarah Moon, and I have been an oncology nurse for about 18 years now, and I've never really been affected personally with cancer until my mom was diagnosed last year. So this was my first time really having to deal with it on the other side. So it's been really difficult for me to be a nurse and a daughter at the same time to her, and doing all the things that she needed and trying to separate that from my profession has been really, really difficult. The most challenging thing for me has been to try to be at work and be a nurse and do the same things that I'm supposed to do every day, but then also have my mom there, which is like one of my worst nightmares, is to see her there and see her in that way. And that's been the hardest thing, is separating being a nurse versus just being there for her. So there were times where I would access her port and she passed out in the office and an ambulance had to be called. It was like the worst day of my life. And so everybody at work has seen me in like the worst way, but I feel supported just because I know that they know I'm human. That's just how it is. My biggest advice is to definitely get help for yourself and do self-care and focus on that, because that is what Cancer Pathways has been for me from the moment that I found out, is coming here and talking to everyone and just having that support for me. I don't know how I would have gotten through the last year without it. So it has been the best thing for me, is just to have that support and know that I need to do self-care and know that you don't have to feel guilty about doing that. The word I would use to describe Cancer Pathways for me is comfort, because I think when you deal with cancer in any way, that's the last word you think that you're gonna ever have again, and everybody wants to be comfortable. And I feel like when I'm here, I feel comfortable because I know that they understand what I'm going through, and this is like my place, like my safe place to come and just feel that comfort and know that I can get through whatever I have to get through with that support. So I feel like Cancer Pathways has benefited me, my sisters, my mom, people I work with. I've encouraged them to come here and do the refuels and just focus on their own mental health. And because what we do is hard, because every day like we're dealing with that, and I just feel like it's really important to make sure that you're taking care of yourself so that we can take care of others. And I really feel like Cancer Pathways has been that support for me and my sisters and even my mom, and they have just been there this whole entire time, just checking on us, like giving us anything that we need. And even for our patients, like coming over, talking to them in the infusion center, just being there for them, knowing that that support is there. I just didn't realize how big of a deal it was until I was affected personally. I don't think people realize when you deal with cancer or any type of chronic illness that you doing that day in and day out, like you can't expect that you're just gonna be okay. And for us to do this for years and years, I think it's so important to talk about it and get support. And losing one of my really good friends because I feel like maybe she didn't get all the help that she needed has really opened my eyes to that. And I feel like I just want to be a big advocate for especially healthcare providers to get access to mental health support.